Hey, what's up, everyone? Jonathan Allen here at Floodwater Studios. We're going to take a look at an A B comparison of something we talked about the other day. So let's hop into it. So, a couple weeks ago, put out a video talking about microphone preamps. Big question, do you need one? Yes. Bigger question, are you really asking about a preamp or an external preamp? If you don't know what I'm talking about or you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here. Go ahead and take a look at it. But we talked about the preamps, but we didn't listen to any of the preamps. Currently, I'm talking through my Aston Spirit microphone going into a stock preamp from the Scarlett 18i20 by Focusrite. So you can hear it's pretty pristine, nice and clear, great for vocal, speaking, and let's take a listen to what we can get recording this. So let's hop into Studio One here. So here in Studio One, I have a session pulled up from my song Coffee off of my Wishful Forgetting album that I released back in October. So what we're going to do is we're going to record 2 takes of the first verse, one on the stock preamps, one on the external tube preamp, and we'll A-B them a little bit, see if you can hear a difference, which one you may like better. So let's go ahead and get started. So let me grab some headphones so I can hear myself. All right, so we have everything set to record. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the reverb, just because when I'm talking, I don't want to hear the reverb while I'm talking, at least. And then we'll turn it back on for the playbacks for everything. So, here we go. It was coffee and cigarettes filled with regret. It was late nights and stupid fights playing with my head. Oh, I finally got the nerve to better myself. I should be dead. All right, so that's the stock preamp in the Focusrite 18i20. So let me do a little rearranging and we'll get this external preamp hooked up. Be right back. You know, and if stuff like this does interest you and you're looking to expand your studio or even start your own very first home studio, I do have a free home studio equipment guide down in the comment section in the description. So go ahead and click that link, get that download, and take a look at what could be the start to your music journey. Well, it was coffee and cigarettes filled with regret. It was late nights and stupid fights playing with my head. Oh, I finally got the nerve to better myself. I should be dead. All right, so here we're going to talk now through the external preamp, and the external preamp I have is a tube preamp by Art. It's the Studio V3. We talked about it in the other video also, the different characteristics that it has with the different voicings. Now, I did keep the essentially processing for everything, so the EQ fat channel compressor that I'm using as a de-esser, like we've talked about in another video, which I'll link that up top here too if you want to take a look at that. So everything is exactly how I sent it to mastering at this point. We've just switched out the preamps for everything to kind of A-B everything back and forth. Now, the original recording itself, what went to the album that was sent out to, all streaming platforms, that was through the 18i20, so that was a stock preamp. I can even tell just now talking I'm hearing a little bit more of the mouth sounds. It seems like this other, the tube preamp here is picking up a lot more just mouth sounds. So which we all love, right? Of course we do. But let me set everything back up how it normally is, and we will go into the listening aspect and see what we have left. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to come in here. I did do different layers for those takes, so we can choose what we want to listen to. Number one is the recording vocal that went out. 2 is the stock preamp we did today. 3 is the tube preamp. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to right click, I'm going to hit duplicate track. It's going to pull everything down. I'm going to take the tube preamp vocal, drop it down here, and this one we're going to bring up the stock preamp. Now, what is interesting to me is the waveforms themselves. So they sounded like they were pretty close in volume in my headphones. Now that could just be my perception for things, but it looks like the tube definitely recorded a little hotter. We still have some room, some headroom on everything, but it definitely recorded hotter. So I'm just going to grab this clip gain here, and we're just going to match it a little bit. See if we can get right around the same volume for everything. So let's grab some headphones once more, and let's take a listen, an A-B comparison. We'll listen to it with everything, and then we'll solo each one so we can get a good representation. Okay, so we will start with the stock preamp. So we're going to go ahead and mute our external take, and we're going to start here.
Well, it was coffee and cigarettes filled with regret. It was late nights and stupid fights playing with my head. Oh, I finally got the nerve to better myself. I should be dead.
Okay, it's very clean, very clear for everything. It's still picking up everything wonderfully and great detail for everything. I mean, when you have this microphone also, it does that in general. So most preamp you're going to put this through, it's going to sound fantastic. So let's take a listen to the tube preamp here. So we're going to unmute this one, mute the stock, and here we go.
Well, it was coffee and cigarettes filled with regret. It was late nights and stupid fights playing with my head. Oh, I finally got the nerve to better myself. I should be dead.
So the tube preamp definitely has some extra warmth to it. It sounds like it's not picking up a lot of the air from the vocal for everything that's coming out. So if we just solo this here.
Filled with regret, it was late nights and stupid fights playing with my head. Oh, I finally got the nerve to...
So the breath seemed a little exaggerated there. Let's see if the tube preamp picked it up the same way here. So the...
a nerve to better my...
And it's these little nuances that I listen to when I'm going through what preamp I want to use if I am going through different types of preamps. So let's listen to that. I guess they're about the same for everything. Yeah, I mean, the tube, you can definitely hear a lot more warmth in it. It's a little grittier also, so because the tube has some saturation that's happening with a little bit of that. Now, I do have the input for that. It was about noon. The output was around 2 o'clock. So it's not pushing it extremely hard, but you're definitely getting a little bit of saturation from the tube in there as well. which I think sounds great. I mean, thrown in the full mix here with that tube preamp, and we'll put the reverb back on because soloed, it just doesn't sound good with reverb on there. But if we listen to the whole thing.
Well, it was coffee and cigarettes filled with regret. It was nights and stupid fights playing with my head. Oh, I finally got the nerve to bet myself I should be dead.
So honestly, in this demonstration, there wasn't as huge of a difference as I thought there would have been. Now, granted, this external preamp isn't the best that's out on the market right now. It's definitely not something to scoff at. It's a very nice preamp. And again, as I stated in the previous video when I was talking about it, I might want to go in and change the tubes out, get rid of the stock tubes, maybe get something nicer that's put in there. And that will definitely change the tonality of everything and the responsiveness with the settings that you're using. But the biggest difference I'm getting is still just that warmth that the tube itself is kind of producing here in this take. But honestly, what do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comment section. While you're there, go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you see everything happening here at Floodwater. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Which one did you think sounded better? Did you like the tube preamp? Did you like the stock preamp? Did you not hear a difference really with it? Let me know. But we're really having fun with these videos. It's a blast hanging out with you guys. So we thank you so much for tuning in for each one. We hope you have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one. But before then, go record something. See ya.